and welcome to There is a Beautiful Me. I'm your host, Crystal Davis. This is an inspiring, inspirational talk show geared towards young women and really just motivating people in general on health, wellness, beauty, fitness, and inspiration as well from the inside and out. And this is a Proverbs 31 based show, and it's not geared towards making you change your lifestyle or anything, but for those that are looking for encouragement or inspiration, I really hope you enjoy the shows and the previous shows that I've already had. But to start off, I'd like to go to verses 30 in Proverbs 31 of the Virtuous Woman passage, and it states, "Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." This is so true on so many levels, and it can really just be something from a personal perspective. Like, you can see people out there in the community and even celebrities, and they're all pretty and everything, when you see them, but some people, they just have like these nasty attitudes. It's like, ew, like, why are you acting like that? And then even some of the things that they may say or the comments, and it's just like, why are you showing that side, that character, behind that pretty face? So let's not do that, ladies. Let's have a pretty positive attitude about ourselves, especially when we go forth and interact with others. So taken from this, what I would like to say is just that everybody's spiritual level, I know, is not the same, and everything that I've received and from what I've done personally, I know just by being obedient and just following what God has told me, things have been so much better, like beyond better. And I would just say, do something positive, help others in need, do something small. And, even though it's like the show is going on, you have your task, you have your job and what you can do to, make your charm not deceptive, but accepting. So just keep that in mind the next time that you're out in public and, you are dressed the way you are, and be modest about how you uphold yourself as well, because you don't want to give the wrong perception. Just keep it to keep your stuff to yourself. But other than that, I hope you just take a little bit from what I've said and just know that charm is deceptive, but continue to praise God and He will continue to bless you. Stay tuned because I have a special presentation on our guest coming up next.
In 2009, I came up with the idea to start a nonprofit to clothe teenage girls 13 to 19 in need from suffering from low-income families and natural disasters. It started with me handing out my personal wardrobe to teenage girls as I tutored high school students in college. Once I graduated from college, I wrote out a mission statement for this nonprofit. I consulted with Thomasina McMichael and Erica Grant Flowers to see if they would be interested in being board members for me to start the nonprofit. They agreed and we executed on the plan. In 2011, Tailored Hearts nonprofit became incorporated.
And here she is, Miss Shawnie Grant from Tailored Hearts, CEO and founder. She is here in the studio with us today. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me on the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing great. So, after watching the video, I was very touched because you done so much for the community, especially in the city. So really, what were, I guess, some of the challenges that you had, with the nonprofit and getting it all started? Like, how did that all go?
Well, it all started when I was a college student at Texas Southern University. I worked for the Upward Bound program. And so I was a tutor mentor, and I noticed that there were certain girls that weren't accepted, into their environments, their student body. They were considered outcasts because of the way they looked. And so, because of that, these girls were very timid. They didn't really take advantage of my help because they didn't want to draw attention to themselves. So, they're in class, they don't want to raise their hand because they
Yeah.
don't want to draw any attention and have someone look at them and, like, oh, look at her clothes and tease her. So, it's like they pretty much downplayed themselves with their education because of their physical appearance.
Right.
And so basically I started donating clothes to certain girls from my personal wardrobe, and I saw how all of a sudden they're no longer the outcast. They're accepted by their peers. And so once they got that boost of self-esteem, they were no longer timid. They weren't afraid to ask me any questions. They weren't afraid to go out for student government body positions, with their schools. They just completely blossomed. And so their grades went up. They were already smart, but
Right.
so that's how I got started. It inspired me to continue after I finished working with that program, which led me to start the nonprofit organization Tailored Hearts, which is donating clothes and shoes to teenage girls.
Okay, so now when you first started, I guess the steps in the process, because you started in 2011, right? So you started in 2011. I guess beforehand, I know it's pretty tough, like trying to figure out like what to do, or probably getting it all together. How did that entail with you? I guess on a personal level, because I know especially this is a passion that you have, and reaching out to these girls, and it's just like, okay, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to, make this a nonprofit. But, of course, things take time. So how was that journey?
Well, the journey to start the organization, it wasn't that hectic.
Okay.
I knew that I needed board members, so I consulted with some friends of mine, several friends, and told them about the vision. So some thought it was cool. They're like, "Oh, well, just let me know. I'll volunteer."
Yeah.
And I had two people that were very interested, and they agreed
Yes.
to be board members.
Right.
And so we were able to start the organization, and that was in 2011. So after that, we had a few obstacles with receiving donations. We received plenty of clothes, so that's not an issue. But
Right.
sometimes there's clothes that we need to donate to girls that in sizes that we don't have, or
Right.
healthcare,
That's true.
supplies. So with that said and done, our obstacles that we faced came from not being 501c, which now we're in the process of becoming 501c.
Yeah,
So
congratulations.
thank you. So far as obstacles, that was pretty much our main obstacle that we faced, getting community support or corporate support.
Okay, so now tell me about, and really everybody, about your trip to the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Because that by itself, I could see the joy in the girls, in their faces, and you just really touched, a lot of people. So what was that experience like being out there? I know it was for your birthday, so
Yeah.
please tell.
It was phenomenal, the experience. You have a vision and you make plans to execute on the plan and make them, come to pass.
Right.
But once we got there, we really didn't have a proper setup like we would here in the U.S. We typically set up everything boutique style so that no child feels like, oh, I'm the poor, helpless child that they're just helping.
Right.
We want everyone to feel good, and that's the main mission, to make them feel good, and then from there we go into character development and build them up. So far as Dominican Republic, once we visit that particular location, it was a bit of a language barrier because their native language is Spanish. We speak
Right.
English.
Yeah.
So a few of us could speak a little bit of Spanish from what we learned in college, and we had like 2 translators.
Okay.
So even though there was a language barrier, you can still, as you mentioned, see the joy and the excitement. The girls are holding on to you, and they're walking with you, and they're speaking Spanish to us, and we're speaking broken Spanish
Right.
back. But it was very inspiring to continue and, take it beyond clothes, bring
Right.
healthcare awareness into it.
education. So it was inspiring for us to continue because some of the girls there, even though they attend public school, their public schools, they have to pay for school uniforms, school
Right.
lunch, school books. So even though it's free, it's not necessarily free. So if their parents don't have money to afford those things, they just don't go to school. So we met girls there that have been to school on and off because of when they can afford it, when they cannot afford it, and some girls who haven't attended school at all. So when you have a child that has dreams of becoming something, wants to strive, wants to, educate themselves to become something really phenomenal that can possibly change the world,
Yes.
it inspired us to, take full force toward education, make sure that we have educational seminars, put together educational tuitions. And so with that said and done, that particular trip, it wasn't planned, but we put together an educational tuition
Yeah.
donation for this one particular child who wanted to be an English teacher.
Right.
So
I saw
Yeah.
that, and I was gonna ask. So, when you did that, was it just her, or do you plan on, doing more scholarship like programs in a sense for, I guess other countries, or even specifically for them in particular, probably in the long run, or what is your plan?
Well, everyone was very inspired from that trip. Tailored Hearts, all of the staff members, even the pastor there. We actually visited a church there, and they put together like a small school for these kids. So after that, we definitely plan to have more scholarships for the girls for that particular region. We also would like to take it as far as it could possibly go. So any country that's in need.
Yes.
We plan to visit several countries, different countries each year. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, and that was gonna be my next thing. So the trips, so internationally, where are like your next steps or your next goals as far as reaching out further than where you've been already?
Okay. As of now, we just completed an educational curriculum for it's named Dress for Success. And what makes this curriculum very special is things that aren't taught in schools. Most of these things are taught from home, if even that. And so they consist of health awareness and character development and etiquette and the importance of dressing for the life you want, meaning if you're going to an interview, these are the clothes you wear.
Right.
If you want to be in this position, it's dressing for the life you want. So tackling your health, education, and uplifting, building that character so that you believe in yourself when others
Exactly.
don't believe in you. So now that you have the basic curriculums down with that school teaches you, math, science, and stuff, you can be the smartest person, but if you're in doubt or fear
Right.
or don't know how to go about obtaining what you want, then it could lead to failure. So with that said and done, we completed this curriculum. We plan to have our first stop in Bayelsa State, Nigeria,
Okay.
which we will visit a school, Divine International Schools, and we will have a 5-day educational workshop over each 5 topics.
Wow, that is amazing. And then also, just to recap, because in my previous show, if you all remember, Paul Queen, he is the CEO and founder of Quality Wellness, which is also another nonprofit that Tailored Hearts is partnered with for this Dress for Success program. So definitely please go check out on both of their websites and see how you can help be a part and share the dream that they're trying to do and give back to these communities. And then to move on from that, being here, because I know you've done health seminars and health fairs and also just like you said, other curriculum programs. So what are some of the activities that you do with the girls? Are they like planned events that you come up with and just have available on schedule for anybody to come to?
Yes, well, we have certain events throughout the year, so all of them are planned. We inform the community like 3 weeks in advance. We'll
Okay.
promote the event. So we typically partner with other nonprofits, as you mentioned. Paul Queen organization is one of them. There's another organization that we tend to partner with. They have Build Me Up Modeling Clinic. Okay. And we also have our own workshops and giveaways. So when that time of the year comes around, we basically promote to the community. We'll partner with other charities and allow them to invite guests. And so the word just spreads around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. And then when you, I guess, take all these things and then you think about it, I guess, and reflect on what you've done, yourself and then the people around you, what has been, I guess, one of the most intimate moments for you being, over this Tailored Hearts organization?
I would just say having that student come to you years later. Or even not years later, it could be a matter of months, and you see how much they've transformed.
Yes.
And I mean, you're doing something. I know that I'm doing something good and nice, but you really, I'll speak for myself. I really guess I didn't know how much of an impact I was, having on someone's life until you see that 360-degree turnaround, and they're just striving and have blossomed into something beautiful, and they're telling you, hey, this all started when you decided to give me a little bit of your time just to mentor me and give me those words of encouragement and guidance. So that it's priceless. Nothing can compare to it, knowing that you made a difference in someone's life.
Just the joy in itself.
Yeah, it's a blessing, definitely.
Definitely, and I agree, because I even have it's just like my little sister, or even at church, the young ladies, they'll come up to me and ask me questions. They're always excited, and it's just like you never know. It's like they're always watching. It's like, and that's the other thing is like you have to remember is you think you're just doing this, you're doing it because you want to, but really is truly making a change. And like you said, I mean, it inspires me as well to do just about anything. But I also wanted to know about your staff. So the people that help you and go with you on all the trips and basically hold it out. So who are those people that help you?
Well, we have our board of directors. Since we're a small organization right now, our board of directors they've been interactive with the organization. So for the most part, every event that we have, all of them are there. We also have volunteers. So we have permanent volunteers, which are people who always come out to the events. And then we have some people that we meet along the way that once they're available, they'll volunteer.
Yeah.
So right now on our board, we have Allison Rowan. We have Paul Queen, which is a new member to our team. Yes. Rashandra Nickerson. Yeah, so that's our staff as of right now. We're actually building our team right now. So if anyone is interested, please contact us.
Definitely. And we'll get back to how you can get more information dealing with it. Now, real quick, before we close up, the upcoming holiday event or the clothing giveaway that you're doing, can you tell us about that and how people can, like you said, be involved and get more information?
Well, so far as the upcoming event, we can be contacted anytime at www.tailoredhearts.com. On there, you'll find all our email addresses if you want to contact someone specific. So normally we'll take donations starting now for Christmas, and considering that it's cold around that time, we accept winter clothes. We would like to accept winter clothes only at that time, so we don't have this bulk of clothes that these children can't wear, When summer comes around, we'll prepare for that. So they just contact us, they donate their clothes. We prefer them to be clean first, and if they want to actually attend the event, we'll send them the flyers 2 to 3 weeks in advance to let them know of the location and time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then speaking of donations, I do have something I brought because I really do appreciate everything that you're doing. This is just some clothes that I had, and I just wanted to definitely make sure that you got that and is able to share that with the girls.
Okay.
But yeah, it's some dresses, some pants, and just a little bit of everything. So that's just something I would definitely wanted to do for you. And
Thank you.
just thank you for just coming out to the show. What is the last question? What is your ultimate goal with this nonprofit? Like, where do you see it going in the next few years, or where would you like it to be?
Oof. The ultimate goal, well, to take this worldwide, number one. And number two, we've been in communication with the church in Dominican Republic that we visit in 2011. So we've talked briefly about starting a school there.
Okay.
So if we can have even if it's an after school program, have it there to where these kids are receiving education, if not more education than they are in their public schools, that would be awesome. And not just stop there, have, these after school programs across the country in the U.S.
Yes.
And just inspire and uplift as many souls as we can. Our slogan is tailoring souls through the gift of clothes. So just start from there, grab their attention. They're young girls. They like to look good. They're into clothes. So there's a psychology behind it. We're giving the clothes really not because, we're just giving you clothes so you can look good. Once we give them clothes, we grasp their attention. Now we can relate to them. They're our friends now. And then that's when we get in and start career enhancement, guidance, character development, health awareness. And so if we can take this to every country,
yes,
which is a lot, that would be great.
And then hey, look, it's no limits to what you can do, and I'm pretty sure you will go far. Thank you so much again for joining. And real quick, can you just let our audience know where they can find you on social media,
Sure.
Follow you Twitter, Instagram, and the website as well?
Okay. Well, we can be contacted at www.tailoredhearts.com. On there, you will find our contact number as well as email addresses. We also have a Facebook page. So if you can find us by Tailored Hearts, nonprofit organization. No Twitter, no Instagram. So.
Okay, well, that's fine. Thank you so much, Shawnie. And then please be sure to check out their website and be sure to email them, contact them if you have any questions, like she said, if you want to volunteer, like she is looking for people. So please help her out. And then you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Prov31Beautiful, PROV 31Beautiful. And if you're interested in being on the show or want to close out the show, I'm always open to guests of any kind. If you're a singer, a dancer, or a musician, please contact me at proverbsbeauty31@gmail.com. My website is proverbsbeauty.com, and you can always view the shows live on there. It's a live page that will always be linked up. My previous episodes are up there right now. In the last episode with JJ and the I'm Me Foundation is viewable as well. There is a beautiful me in you. You are God's beauty inside and out. Thank you so much for staying tuned with me, and I really hope you enjoyed my interview with Shawnie. And also, please don't forget to go on and check out her website. But coming up next, I have a special guest. Her name is Angela Flakes. Angela is a graduate from Lamar University with a BS in Corporate Communications. She's been singing and acting since the age of 6, and from there, she's done stuff with Apollo Live with her family. She got discovered at her high school, George Washington Magnet High School, and won nationals in 2008. Currently, she is a project associate for the Alliant Group and working on her next album called That Girl. Please welcome Miss Angela.
If they're black and white, call me the color. If they're throwing shade, call me the lover. If they run a mile, I run one further. I'm unordinary. Oh well, natural chick, not inbound with makeup. My personality speaks enough. And if they're old, I'll be the new. And if they ain't loyal, I'll tell the truth. Oh, if you can't respect my cool, then I guess I'm not for you, and that's cool. If you can't respect my cool, that, hate that, can't change that me. Cause I'm me. You can love that, hate that, can't change that me. If they give opinions, I'll give the facts. If they wanna sing, then I guess I'll just rap to this song in my zone. Miss Angie all up in your speakers, on your radio. Okay, if they live the fast lane, I'll just go slow-mo. If they wanna click, then I'd rather go solo. And rather chasing chum chains, I'll just chase the money. I'm unordinary. Oh well, down to earth chick, no need to act stuck up. My personality, it speaks enough. And if they're old, I'll be the new. And if they ain't loyal, I'll tell the truth. Then I guess I'm not for you, and that's cool. If you can't respect my cool, that's cool. That's you too. You be you, me. You can love that, hate that, can't change that me. Cause I'm me. You can love that, hate that, can't change that me.